So I'm packing my bags today and I'm migrating to Spain.
The major reason why a lot of people, especially in this part of the world, migrate legally is number one, as a means of survival, which can be termed as an economic reason.
But I'll be following through the desert.
In a way that is not legal. It just in search for greener pasture, in search for what to eat, in search for okay, I need to just be, I need to feed my family. So these are one thing.
Once I get to Kano, I can board the bus that is going to Agadez that will take me to Libya. From Libya, I'll cross the Mediterranean Sea through the this balloon that they used to pad just to migrate to either Spain, Italy, or any of the European country. But because I've gotten all the information I needed to migrate through the desert, and I think I've tried all the options, but nothing is working. Okay, so this is the idea behind many people that are migrating through the desert and what they think of or the information they got from people. A lot of people don't just pack their bag, but because of a lot of influence, maybe social influence, family pressure, and all of those things are one of the reasons why people are migrating illegally. Okay, so today with me on this episode, I bring to you some experts that have better knowledge about immigration and what needs to be done and every other thing that is pertaining to legal
Getting the right information is key.
yeah.
I think from what you just said now, getting the right information is key.
With me here today is Mr. Olasunkami, and you are welcome to today's episode on this channel. So we are creating awareness about illegal immigration and what people are doing wrongly and what they need to do rightfully. Okay. So with me, I have some question I want to ask you about illegal migration and what you think, because a lot of people are migrating through the desert, which is very very risky for their life. So I want to get your opinion about why people are doing this and what do you think is even causing this, because a lot of people will tell you once I get to Kano, I can board the bus that is going to Agadez that will take me to Libya. From Libya, I'll cross the Mediterranean Sea through the this balloon that they used to pad just to migrate to either Spain, Italy, or any of the European country. But this is not the real fact. Okay, so what do you think we can do, and what do you think are the despite the awareness, why do you think people still risk their life to follow this desert roads just to get across to Europe?
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Sylvester, for having me. Our wonderful viewers, thank you for taking your time to watch this video. And let me just quickly start by what is illegal migration.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people listening to us, we've been hearing that word illegal migration, illegal migration. What does it really mean on table?
Yeah.
This is a way of going or trying to go out of a region, a country, in an illegal way, like a way that is not appropriate. And like you have said in the introduction, we've seen that the reason is, according to UN, people try to leave a country, people try to leave country for economic reasons, probably in search for job. People try to leave a country to go and join their families. People try to leave the country to to go and study. But let's look at the other side. People try to even leave their country because of conflict, because of persecutions. These are reasons why people want to move by all means. So now let's go back to the question that the impact of this illegal migration. UN said something, and I quote them rightly. They said the rate of people that die on the sea is now higher than those who die by HIV. This is a very big statistic, because these are issues that keep happening every now and then. So I understand the part that government are trying, a lot of private organizations are coming on board to give awareness about this stuff and all that. But me, I'm strongly of the opinion that it should be cut to the barest minimum. And what is the question now? What do we need to do to make people understand that it is a journey of no return?
It's a journey of no return. Because we've been seeing on the internet is that a lot of people that go through this road, they eventually don't make it to where they said they are going through, because we've seen a lot of people migrating through this route, and maybe at the desert they don't have water, they have to do maybe take their own excretion and drink it again. All of those things is truly a big journey of no return. And I would like to ask, what do you think government can do to come into this act to stop or to reduce the rate at which people migrate illegally by risking their life through this desert?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much for that question. And I would like to answer this way. Let's just have a tree of three branches. The major reason why a lot of people, especially in this part of the world, migrate illegally is number one, as a means of survival, which can be termed as an economic reason. People are trying to give it all out, especially with this young generation trying to cross the ocean by all means. The economic times. Now, let me start and look for the solution. I believe with the present condition of our economic, especially in this part of Africa and especially Nigeria today, the government need to do a whole lot. Number one, tackling unemployment. Unemployment happens to be one of the most significant reasons why people relocate in a way that is not legal. Just in search for greener pasture, in search for what to eat, in search for, okay, I need to just be I need to feed my family. So these are one thing. Then second thing that I want is for, you mentioned something in the introduction part to whenever you were talking about peer pressure, especially this age. Once you hear your friend is in somewhere, you too, you want to get out of the country without even having the information. Even with the little information you have, you need to go and borrow money, steal, and make sure you just get out of the country, which is very, very bad. So the first thing that government should look into this, look for ways, because I read the stats recently, I think on Business Day, one of the presidential aspirants, Peter Obi, I quote him now. He said, Nigeria will gain from this brain drain, but not now. That was one of the presidential candidates saying that. I agree with that to some extent. But what are the reasons why these guys are leaving? Is it for academic reasons? If you are leaving Nigeria and going to Egypt, if you are leaving Nigeria and going to Lebanon, if you are leaving Nigeria and going to Kuwait, are you telling me that we are going to enjoy from that? So these are big major issues. After that, after government looking into the unemployment thing, they should take time and look at it that they introduced the previous to empower the youth. Basically, those programs were for the youth. Yeah. They came up with trader money to support the youth to start business. And I remember that the deputy president, the vice president, gave out some form of incentive to business owners to come and register their companies to youth. These are just ways that the government can still, support the youth and curb this illegal migration. Then for things like people are trying to escape persecution, seeking for asylum, government should understand that the people comes first in everything. We've seen a situation where people said, yes, I am running from my country because they want to kill me because of my religion, because I renounce my religion, because I expose a government official and he was after my life. Government should come out to reality and give this, especially the whistleblower association, especially the news agencies. One of the channels reporter I heard, I saw it somewhere that they are threatening his family just because of reporting good news. Just because of let me use the word good news now. Just because of reporting, doing his job. And are you telling me people like that do not want to migrate from this country? So these are major issues that the government needs to look into.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Olasukomi. You've really enlightened us more about what needs to be done. They think they can just migrate abroad, and one thing they don't know, or one of the things I pick from your word, is that when these people eventually migrate abroad, they don't have a stay. They go to those countries to go and seek asylum, which means they have to be when they get to this country, first they have to be running eta. They don't have a house on their head. I watched a documentary recently where one of the Nollywood director was talking about how he migrated or how he was planning to migrate to Europe through the Benin route, traveling by
By
road,
road, yeah. The
risking
tracker.
his life
Yeah.
by road, going from Benin to Burkina Faso to Mauritania, Mali, and he was stuck. He couldn't proceed, and this is where he now discovered that he can even do better in his own country
Yeah.
instead of trying to migrate abroad. And a lot of people talk about their story, how they migrate through. It is a deadly decision to make.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think it is not advisable for people to go through this road because you don't know what might be of you, and there are a lot of legal way that you can easily migrate abroad. So this brought me to the third question on today's episode. I would like to ask, what do you think are the best or the legal way that people can migrate to any country of their choice? They can have a stay and they don't have to run etasketa or start seeking asylum for them to have a stay in any country.
Yeah, Mr. Sylvester, thank you for answering asking me that question. And I will start with a lot of us need to sit down and ask ourselves the reality. What do I want? What do I really want? As a matter of fact, the road to success starts from you talking to yourself. What do you really want? Because a lot of us, yes, we understand the fact that there's prayer in the country, economic prayer, family, societal prayer, a whole lot of prayer already. So you now thinking migration and trying to, go illegally is the best way. It's not. So I will tell you, number one, ask yourself, what do you have the capability of doing? Do you want to go and school? Do you want to go and join your family? Do you want to go and join your spouse? Do you want to, okay, I want to go and get a better job? These are the first things you should do. Then after that, I advise that they go to a registered immigration consultant or a lawyer to put them through what do I need to do to get this. Get the necessary document, look for the funding, and go and, once all these things are settled, I think it's very easy. Let them just get the right document, right agent if they want to use an agent. Let them have those who write their document, write decisions, and I'm very sure it will end up well rather than just going through the sea and ending one's life just on the suicide mission.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr.
This
Sylvester.
make me remind the opportunity that Canada just launched recently, called the digital nomad, that allow people to stay and work in Canada without even having a job. Once you have a remote job from your own country, you can easily migrate. And they said it that once you have a job offer in Canada, you can continue to stay in Canada. These are ways that people can migrate. Germany just launched their opportunity card,
Yes.
where they can people can migrate to Germany without having a job offer, without applying to any school. There are a lot of opportunities.
There are a lot of, I think
Just
one thing we should even tell our listeners and our viewers is that getting the right information is key.
Yeah.
I think from what you just said now, getting the right information is key. Because a lot of people don't even know that there are things they can do. There are a lot of ways. Let's talk Canada for instance. There are over 15 routes. People just think it's academics, it must just be school or marriage or job or yeah. If you just sit down and look into all those things, you know that you fit into one. Just like with the one you just said, I'm not even aware of the newly launched program in Canada. So these are information that we need to help us make the right decisions. So thank you very much once again for this opportunity.
thank you very much. Thank you for coming around, and
Really
wish to
appreciate it.
see you and wish to see you on this program.
Thank you very much.
Something like that. So you've heard a lot from who has enlightened us about what we are actually doing wrong, how we can improve on this, and I think the government also have a lot to contribute to this illegal migration of a thing, because if there is enough of job in the country, people are living a good life of their own. There are a lot of graduates out there that they don't even have a means of sustaining themselves, and most of them have two children, three children, four children, and there's nothing for them to cater for their life. I think this is a big information that you have to share to all your family and friends, and this information is one of the one that is going to shape your life if you eventually want to migrate abroad. You don't have to go through the illegal route. You can easily plan ahead. It requires planning. Yes, that is it. It requires planning. If you think you want to go to Portugal, for example, you have to start planning. What are the opportunities that are available for me in Portugal? How can I apply to this? What are the information I have to get for me to be able to migrate successfully to Portugal? Or if Germany is your dream country, if Canada, if United States, you don't have to start with an expensive country. You can start legally with a cheap country, and from there you can transit to other country of your choice. I'm currently writing a book on how you can migrate abroad without spending fortune or without breaking the bank. This contains information about you migrating abroad with the study route, getting a job offer, and all the information how you can process your visa, everything directly yourself. Okay, so likely when I finish writing this book, I'm going to start publishing it for people to get more enlightenment about migration abroad. Okay, so I hope we've gotten a lot of information from today's information. Please don't migrate illegally. It is deadly. It is deadly. This is a deadly option for you to explore. If you want to migrate abroad, make sure you follow information, like look for people that have this information, gather information, prepare. If you know you want to migrate, it might take 1 year, it might take 2 years, it might take 3 years for you to plan. Make sure you plan, because if you fail to plan, you are eventually planning to fail and you are risking your life. You might eventually lose your life in the process. Okay, so I hope you get value from today's video, and I will keep updating you on this channel about legal ways that you can easily migrate abroad without breaking the banks. Okay, so till then, I'm going to catch up